Hello and welcome to a brief video lecture that I've prepared for you on our final assignment of the semester, kind of a recap of the semester. It's the theory of writing and ePortfolio. So we had a theory of writing response in the first week of the semester, very short. What is your definition of good, effective writing? We've since complicated that question, and I want to show you the prompt for this and what's being expected of you in terms of a final response to this final prompt on the theory of writing, and then also show you the ePortfolio and how to create what we're going to call a collection of your work for the semester. So let me go into D2L and show you around a little bit. Okay, when you go into our D2L site, I have added a new prompt here on the theory of writing end of semester prompt, and so it's basically these bulleted items here. Again, what is your definition of good, effective writing? And so your definition at this point, at the beginning of the semester, we did just a paragraph, but now I'm asking you to write a 2.5 to 3 page essay, basically. Other classes, sometimes this assignment can take up to 7 pages, depending on how much points are being given to this assignment. So I'm trying not to overtax you guys, and so this is worth 100 points, the combined theory of writing final response, and the ePortfolio, which we're going to do as a collection. I'll show you how to do that. But back to these questions here. What is your definition of good, effective writing? And you're going to compose an essay which attempts to answer the following. What do good writers know, and what do they do? Choose 2 examples of good writing that you've produced. How do you know they were good writing? So you're going to talk about those examples, your analysis of how you knew they were good writing. What did you do to produce, write, compose those examples of good, effective writing? So talk about your composing process and putting this together, and the entire writing process. How will you carry what you've learned in this class forward to other writing situations, such as a student, as a professional, and as a critically engaged citizen? So again, I'm asking you to draft a 2.5 to 3 page response to this prompt in the form of an essay. Post your response to your ePortfolio on D2L and then share it with me. And then I have a few other instructions here which I'm going to go over, but for the ePortfolio portion of the assignment, we're going to go into the ePortfolio. I'll show you where that is. It's located under Resources and then ePortfolio. And you're going to upload the final drafts of the various essay assignments we did this semester, and also your theory of writing responses from the beginning of the semester and also from the end of the semester. And you're going to put this in what we call a collection. And then you're going to share the collection with me and also with the first year writing program. So let me try to explain it a little better here. So let's first of all go into the ePortfolio. So under Resources, we have ePortfolio. Okay, so I've got a bunch of items that students have shared with me, and I also have some of my own items in here, but basically just want to bring your attention to this, that you have the add files, and so upload the final drafts of your different essay assignments. Also upload your theory of writing response from the beginning of the semester and from the end of the semester, and you'll have all of your material up there at this point. And then a couple of ways of creating this collection. We could filter by my items. We could change this to my items. And then we'll also have the option from there to create a collection, but also just from right here. We have new collection and new presentation. And I'm trying to steer you away from the new presentation. Basically, it creates a website, a web page, that has a banner across the top and left-hand sidebar navigation, and but it's really clunky in terms of design. In fact, I think that the presentation designs in D2L are downright hideous. It's like Microsoft PowerPoint presentations or something, just really awful. So what I'm encouraging you to do instead is a collection, and this is really easy. So we go into new collection. Okay, and then now that we're in this new collection, we can see that we have to name it. You don't have to put a description on it. You don't have to put any tags on it. There is a note down here that in terms of items in the collection, items cannot be added until the collection is saved. So let me just do WRT 120 090 Fall 2018 Portfolio or something like that. Portfolio collection. Okay, so saving it now. Okay, and so now it's got the little binder clip on it, which means that it's a collection. And we also have over here some typical things with the pull-down menu. We're going to come back to the share option here in a second. And now, to add items to the collection, we just go Items and Collection, Add to Collection, and artifacts is what they call documents, also reflections, etc. And you're just going to go through, and I had done these as portfolios. Just ignore that part with or the presentation. Let me see if I can go down a little further. Oh, looks like that's about all I've got here. So anyway, I selected 3 items here. I'm going to say Add to my collection. Okay, and so items in collection, there they are. If you want to delete them, you can do that. If you did something wrong, you can add more things to the collection. So we can also save or save and close at this point. Let me just go ahead and save it. Okay. And then it shows my collection with 3 items in it. And the very last thing that you're going to do is you're going to do share. And I want you to share this collection with me and with the first year writing program. So to do that, add users and groups. And then in the search bar up here, type in the first part of my email address, tray@, and you'll find me. So we're going to add that. And we're also going to do first year writing program. Whoops. Well, I wasn't expecting that, but we actually have FYE program and first year writing. No, this is a first year experience. Okay, I'm glad I looked at this a little better. We do not want the first year experience program. We want first year writing. Okay, so I'm sharing it with me and with first year writing. You are also going to share it with me and with first year writing. So don't share it with yourself. Make sure it's to me and to first year writing. Click share. And they're going to wonder what this is all about when I send it to them. I'm going to take these off of the list just because I don't want to actually share this with the first year writing program. And close, and you'll be done at that point. So so again, let me take you back to our main page here. And there is the prompt that you need to write a response to. And I'm going to set up a workshop where you can share what you wrote with your classmates and try to get feedback on it. I'm not, specifically requiring that you provide feedback, but I want you to see what many of your peers have written because sometimes it does give you some ideas about things that you can say in your own reflection. So, and hopefully you will engage in some feedback. And in terms of answering these questions here, I wanted to take you into a particular part on our syllabus and talk about that. Okay, so when we get to our syllabus, let me scroll down. I think it's the third page here where we've got that great big table on it. And encouraging you to kind of go through this and look for some key terms that you could harvest out of this chart here, this table, and incorporate some of those into your response. So first of all, we have the program outcomes about thinking with writing, thinking about writing, and composing writing. So we did a lot of composing writing, but also talk about how you engaged in thinking with writing and thinking about writing. So it says here the metacognitive awareness about writing and rhetoric. So there's a complex term right there, metacognitive awareness. And then rhetoric, I talked a lot about that in the beginning of the semester. You can go back and review my video lectures about rhetoric. And we also have up here composing processes, tools, composing as a means of discovery, reconsidering concepts and beliefs, exploring problems, and tools and resources for writers, technologies and software, the composing and revision process, reflection on writing, peer response, activities that we engaged in, thinking of peer as audience, genre, and then down here we have genre and conventions and revision and a flexible writing process and rhetorical conventions again, and then down here we have genre awareness, rhetorical agility, writing in both written and multimodal forms of writing, composing in multiple genres for multiple audiences and situations, again, multimodal or multimedia texts. Okay, and so that's kind of a place that I would look at harvesting some key terms. I would also look at many of the video lectures that I had and kind of review those, especially things that I kind of put on slides. Much of that text is relevant, so you don't even have to watch the entire video lecture again. You can kind of skip through and just look for where the slides change and look at those key terms. And so I would encourage you to work on drafting your response to this. I'm going to set up a workshop for you to share and look at what other people have done, and then you'll fine-tune your response to the theory of writing prompt and make that collection and share it with me and the first year writing program, and you'll be done with that portion of the assignment. So it's kind of a recap of the semester, pulling things together, and writing this response. So in addition, I'll be setting up a final draft editing workshop on the online review assignment and try to get that set up as soon as possible so that you can work on it and get things wrapped up so that clear this off your plate and get on to studying for finals and all that good stuff. So we do not have a final exam in this class, in case you're wondering, and the reason is that if we're doing a portfolio instead of a a final exam, then the portfolio takes the place of the final exam. So university policy is that if you don't give a final exam, you're supposed to continue with instruction. So we've never, we've been 100% online all semester, and so there's really nothing to teach you guys at this point. And basically, throughout this upcoming week, and then also during finals week, if for any reason you need to catch up with me, email me and we'll set up a Zoom conference. So I think that's about all I can tell you at this point about the theory of writing and ePortfolio. Good luck pulling that together. And keep in mind, I can't really grade you on what you say in your response to the theory of writing prompt. If this class was extremely valuable to you, great. If not, you say what you think. So mainly I'm looking at overall development of your response and that you have everything together in the ePortfolio. So that's all I've got at this point. Thanks for listening, and I'll be talking to you soon. Please email me if you have any questions. Thanks.